Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today is the 21st of June 2023, 3 minutes past 5 in the evening. We're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 3, little fun community group flight. I just read this up this morning. I was talking about yesterday's stream where I might do something for an hour or so, and it's been a long time since we've been on the online servers, done a little group flight. So we're here in Panama City. Disappointingly, the aircraft... The airport, the largest airport in Panama, is not modelled correctly in Microsoft Flight Simulator at all. In hindsight, we should have had a better departure point. We're flying towards the city, Panama City. I've got the Orbex landmark scenery. We're going right along the Panama in the de Havilland Canada Beaver, the amphibious seaplane version. So we're going to do some touch and goes in the water, some landings along some ships, which should be good fun. Be only about an hour or so, but you're more than free to join at any time. We're on the West Europe server. Come join in. Anyway, yes, a little disappointing, the stock scenery here. I'm just going to show you Navigraph. This is the layout of the airport. Huge international airport. I've flown out of here and explained on a group flight not that many months ago, and I was thinking, oh, we'll park over there, you know, but if you actually look in the distance, it's not even modelled. There's half a runway, a photo scenery, and then absolutely nothing, and then we're here on the main terminal. I mean, it's just, there's no taxiway markings. It's a bit of a... Well, it's crap. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. There's only one airport here. There's no taxiways at all. But yeah, sometimes the default airports, they're missing these huge Microsoft... these huge international airports are missing in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is a shame. Now, the weather's a bit inclement. It's okay here, but there are thunderstorms in the distance. I can see it on the new... Navigraph Maps overlay with the weather there as well. It's Domino Mosina in a helicopter, but he happens to be in a floating dash. Stop saying dash. De Havilland Canada 2. But there we are. Here's ours. We're in November 471 Papa Mike. Now this, I think, is one of their... I think they've had a third party come in and improve this aircraft. It's quite nicely modelled. First time flying it today, but I followed a checklist here, and it all seems to be working quite nicely. You know, realistic cockpit, great sounds, all the switches, buttons, even the circuit breakers seem to be working, so I think it's had some love from a third-party developer. Is it Blackbird Simulations or something like that? But yeah, it's great fun to fly such a classic and endearing aircraft, so I thought it'd be quite fun, as voted by you, of course, to jump into this one. Anyway, let's jump onto the cockpit. I'm going to follow the checklist as realistically as possible to start with. Let me just smoothly transition. There we go. Let's have a look at what we've got in chat anyway. Martin Keel, can I just join, or was I supposed to register? No, anyone can join. Jump into Microsoft Flight Simulator, West Europe server. The airport code is Mike Papa Tango Oscar. You only can spawn on the runway here. None of the parking stands are modelled correctly here on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So come join in, Martin. Anyone else wants to join in, feel free to do so. I Like Airbus says, I'm on your left side, Flight Data Sim. You're probably there. We've got lots of people joining us. In fact, if we jump outside briefly, we've got ATC Andrew, someone so close I can't see his name, Ben Class, Long Haul Guy, Fighter 286, Winglet 320. Stefan P, one of the members, is in the Grubber Goose, I think he said. There's Domino Mosina hovering in his de Havilland Beaver. Excellent. Morgus is here, the almighty Snark 2, is telling me about the series as well. Are you simulating transport of white flour? No comment, pouring water. I'm not going to say anything here. Roy Heap's here as well. Nice to see you here in chat. Right, so I have a little PDF checklist which I grabbed off the flightsim.io website. It's really, really nice. I've grabbed some of his checklist before, this JD guy. Just get the aircraft set up, gives you some power and RPM settings for the departure to follow it. It's based off the real world checklist for the de Havilland Canada, so we'll be, as I said, following this during the setup here. Aircraft's completely cold and dark. It talks about the initial starting steps, which is all done via the exterior panel, also the EFB here for the exterior stuff. So pitot cover we can remove, co-pilot visibility, Jim's turned off today. We'll close the doors, which is pressing all these buttons. There we are. It changes the sounds as well, which is pretty good. Makes it sound like you are locked inside a cockpit of a GA aircraft. Of course, this aircraft is very loud when it gets started. So we've done the initial steps. Ignition off. Verify the parking brake is set, which is down here. So depress brakes and pull knob, which we've done. Controls unlocked and full and free movement. So we'll do a quick check of that. Looks all good to me. Rudders. Very clunky, I love it. Very mechanical. Hello, Listerman, I hope you're doing well. Trims as required, so all the trims up here, so rudder and elevator trim is neutral. trims as required, all switches off, then the master alternator and battery switches can go on, so we'll just turn it off temporarily. So there we are, put those switches on. Let me just turn up Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. We'll talk about the routing after we've got the engine started as well. So those switches are on, nav lights are on. There we are, you can see the load increasing. Altimeter set, interior lights, fuel quantity checks. We've got 3 fuel tanks, forward, aft and centre. We've got half in all 3, and we've got the load of two pilots on board as well. Check the throttle lever, make sure that's a 1/4 inch open. So I love how all the controls are up here. So 1/4 inch open, it actually says leave the RPM in high pitch, minimum pitch. It's all backwards actually, isn't it? Yeah, that's minimum pitch. And then fully rich for engine start. Propeller area check clear. Fuel pressure 5 psi, so we've got a fuel pump, which is here. I love that noise, it sounds like a fridge. So fuel pump's on, there's no pressure, because I think that's because I've got the... No, I think the pressure needs to be built over time. Primer, four pumps of the primer. The primer took me ages to find earlier. I think it's down here somewhere. Where was it? There it is, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to say anything there, Leo Echo. Fuel pressure maintained 5 psi. Well, it's showing 0. It didn't do that on the test sector. Ignition's off. Propeller area clear. Fuel and oil emergency cutoff is open. Where's that? I presume it's there. Beacon is on. Beacon. Where are you? There we are. So no one's going to come near the aircraft with the beacon light on. You can see it flashing on top. Normal engine start then. Propeller lever, mixture lever fully rich. Fuel pressure increase. Do I have to use this little wobble pump? No, that's the landing gear. I don't know if I have to pump that a few times, but who knows. That's done. Fuel pressure maintained. Ignition on. Oh yeah, fuel set. That's why, look, I had the fuel pumps off. Now I've got the centre tank pump selected. Well, the centre tank selected, it's got up to 5 psi. That definitely helps. Magnetos to both. And then starter. Clear prop. Ah, yes. I think that's the radios coming on that. Oh, rip FPS. Oh my goodness me, what's going on there? There we are. It's now started. That fuel pump sounds like it's going to explode. So good on the start. Primer's done. Yeah, throttle lever fully open. Not yet. That's if the engine's over primed. Engine will throttle 500 to 800 RPM. There we are. I'm just going to turn that fuel pump off for a second. There we are. So we've got 5 psi fuel pressure. Advanced to fully increase for the RPM now, which we have, and then we just want to put 1000 RPM to get the engine warmed up. Turn the music off for a second. There we are, 1000 RPM. Throttle lever smoothly increase, and then propeller decrease, then increase. Radios we can now turn on, which they already are. We should have had that off prior to start. It's all GPS. We've got some basic nav aids here as well. Flaps we'll set to the up position, but for takeoff we'll set it to takeoff. I think it's just because on the walk around they're in the landing position. Prop levers fully forward. Taxis next, then we'll do an engine ground test at the hull point, but I think we're going to have to taxi along the grass here. So yeah, let's just talk about the routing whilst we let the engine warm up. This half modelled is it Tocumen International? Well, we're going to take off from runway... Well, which one's ever modelled? It's missing a runway here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Go on, look at all the Havilland Beavers here. Yeah, we're going to go over to 2-1 left because the other runway's missing and the simulator doesn't look great. So we're going to taxi in a straight line and on the grass over to 2-1 left. And then we're going to do a straight out takeoff, and then we're going to follow the coastline towards the Isla Nios, and then we're going to make a turn, and we're going to follow the Panama Canal, built, what was it, 100 years ago? Along here, look at the ships, do some landings, and eventually we're going to end up here in Colon? Colon, I think it's pronounced, according to an online audio library I heard. That's where we're going to fly over to. Gently ignore that hoverplane. Yes, I'm looking at Domino Mosina going around here. Right, so let's taxi out, release the brakes. There we are, we're rolling already. Engine temperature and pressure. So cylinder head temperature is a little low at the moment, but that will build up by the time we do our power checks. Where's oil pressure? Oil pressure's in range as well. Excellent. It looks like some guys have only floats, but I think we're all in the we should all be in the amphibious version. So yes, unfortunately the scenery is missing half of the details. So we're just gonna, you know, brisk crawl. Dad 819 is the only place that I actually spawned here and then positioned onto the apron. We'll taxi out towards him because I think he's on the runway. I think this would be quite nice to take on a flight on VATSIM. Brilliant. So we are going to have to go on the grass here. The other runway's here, but further in lines. Yes, but it's not. It's only half the runway there. It's not the nicest day, is it, to go flying? A lot of CBs are out. Well, Tower Cubus at least. What on earth is that sound? It's like grazing a herd of animals. What is that noise? I think there's quite a few aircraft here because a lot of people spawned on the runway. Seeing that we can't actually see brisk crawdad, I should think if he moves forward there'll be a few other aircraft on the spawn point. Right, let's just hold short of the runway. He's disappeared. Hello, Jimmy. Hope you're doing well. There we are. There's one that's just spawned. I love it. It's all rattling. Brilliant. Right, let's stop it there and just do the power checks quickly. Right, parking brake is set. Back up to 1000 RPM. Look at all the... Look, I think you can actually tighten these up. Look. Throttle locks, that's so cool. Right then, so power checks, it discusses doing the engine ground test. So aircraft into wind, parking brake set, controls fully back, fuel centre tank or fullest, so we're on the centre tank for now. Magneto drop test, so throttle lever to 1750 RPM. Great sound. There we are, so ignition left both, and then right both. Maximum RPM drop is 100 RPM, so mags to left, that's less than 100 RPM, back to both, to right, no more than 100 RPM to both. There's a hot magneto test, but it says here, don't do this because in Microsoft Flight Simulator it leads to engine cutting out, so just skip it. So imagine we've done the magneto test. Throttle lever is a check for the vacuum oil fuel pressure is within range. We go up to 2100 RPM, but it says be careful because the brakes might not hold the aircraft. There we are, so verify vacuum oil and fuel pressure within range. So fuel's in the green, oil pressure's in the green, the temperature's in the green. I actually don't know where the vacuum pump is, or the gauge for that. I'll imagine that's checked though, and then do a prop governor check. So this is just to make sure that the RPM feathers the props will go all the way down. Make sure we have an RPM drop, and straight back to maximum. And that's it, back to 1200 RPM. It's a high quality add-on. Yeah, I've been reading into it, Simon C, how it's been modelled by, is it Blackbird Simulations or Blackbird, something like that, so it's better than a sort of default stock one. Right, before takeoff then, fuel select to centre or fullest, we'll leave it on centre, verify the boost pump is on. So pump on for departure, pitot heat as required, so we'll turn that on, and we'll put the landing lights on as well. Where is the pitot heater? There it is, pitot heater on. Elevator is trimmed to neutral, mixture fully rich, prop lever full forward, gyro compass check, our temperature set to local pressure, so I've done that already. Autopilot's off, AC clearance, and we're ready to take off. So release the parking brake. So takeoff power settings, it flaps to takeoff, set at 36.5 inches. We lift off, just let the airplane lift off the runway, then maintain 80 miles an hour initially, and then once we've reached obstacle height, we'll reduce power to 33.5 inches. Just get rubbish lineup here. Look at the weather ahead. It looks awful. 500 feet or safe height. Reduce power to 33 inches, 2200 RPM. Flaps to climb 95 miles an hour, then flaps up. Then climb power's 30 inches, 2000 feet. We're going to go up to 1000 feet today. Now, just before we take off, let's have a little look at Navigraph's weather because it's looking pretty inclement over there. So we've got here weather radar. Ooh, look, some heavy rain showers behind us. I wonder if that's superimposed into the simulator. Oh, look at that routing taking us between these two sort of CBs here. So that's the radar. Convective cloud top level. Ooh. Well, apparently we're right under a convective cloud. Lovely. Height of the tropopause. We're not going to go anywhere near that today. Cloud cover. Oh, it's pretty cool. Right, let's see how we get on then. We'll make reference to this en route, and hopefully we won't get too soaked. We'll be using the carb heat a lot today. Right, Togue's in chat. As I said, we're going to go straight out and then follow the canal. It's look at this weather though, not looking great. Let's do it. Parking brake released, and it's 34 inches for takeoff. There we are. Take off for a sec. Right rudder's coming in. What a noise! Let it lift off at about 80 miles an hour, and we're up. Gears coming up. What a lovely plane. Okay, flaps to climb. I think we're going to have to go to 500 feet, guys, because we're not going to be able to see anything. Look at this weather! It's awful! Oh, great to do a group. Why do I never get this when I'm flying online on VATSIM IFR? Then when I fly on a VFR group flight, I've got pants weather. Right, climb power 30 inches, reducing to 2,200 RPM. I think we're going to have to level off here. Let's level off at 600 feet for a short while. Trim. Flaps up. Our cruise power's set already. 27 inches. Well, I think I might have to turn live weather off. Oh my god, look, all these people have appeared. Because on there, we've got Epic Blocks, Domino Mocina, Eamon Moody, Brisk Crawdad, Airtight Apple, Ben Class, 1800 Legend, Dallin, Long Haul Guy, Mongoose Man, and Madinho. Beautiful names. Oh, look at how dark it is, guys. I'm getting some sort of marker here, so we're gonna have to follow the coastline here. What a day to go VFR flying, and then we'll follow the coast and try and find the Panama Canal. We'll just maintain 600 feet here, and look at the weather ahead. It looks awful. I wouldn't want to be flying VFR if I'm honest. In this, thunderstorms around. Well, we're just gonna maintain about 500 feet here. I think we're about to go into a rain shower here. Lovely. What do you reckon, guys, in chat? Live weather or improve the visibility here for our group flight? We could be a cropper if we stay live weather. Ugh. Well, stay close, guys. Actually, out of curiosity, are people flying seeing the exact same thing as I am in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Oh, we're about. Oh, look at this. This is really poor. Uh-oh. The visibility's dropped for about 600 meters here. This is pretty dangerous if you're VFR. Live weather, of course. Okay. We're gonna have to drop down. This is dangerous. Yeah, I'd be doing a 180 in real life if I was in VFR trades. I can't see anything. Look at this, starting to rain now. Look at the rain. I think we'll have to put a bit of carb heat on. Where is it? Oh my goodness me, guys! With IMC! Right, I'm gonna have to look at my instrumentation. I've actually climbed up to 1,000 feet here. Oh, flipping heck. This is unbelievably dangerous. Right, let's get back down. Right, let's descend. I can see Panama City ahead with skyscrapers. Oh my days, what a day to go flying. I looked earlier and I tested it out. It was beautiful weather. Right, well, let's keep the skyscrapers. Let's get down to 500 feet. It's not that bad on my side, so it looks like, look, the weather looks a little bit better ahead, and we're going to be making a right turn northwest soon. Anyway, here is the Orbeck City pack for Panama. Get back down to 500 feet. Jet bubbles ahead, look. Now add spatial disorientation, you have an accident report waiting to happen. Yes! I'm getting down to 500 feet now, though. There we are. Let's keep the coast there. Flipping heck, what a day to do a group flight. Well, the thunderstorms on the left or the CB activity is. Let's just turn on my Toby eye tracker. There we go. Very nice. It's all looking good though. Temperature's in the limits, oil pressure, fuel pressure, power settings fine. We'll have descending now, so I've reduced power. So this isn't the... Oh, we're down at 250 feet here. Oof. That's some great formation flying there, sir. We're just going to follow this road bridge here. Oh, about 100 feet, but that's fine. Right, so if you look here on the map, VFR map, we're going to follow this road bridge towards the city and then make a right turn into Panama. Okay, yeah, I need to look where I'm going. I'm about to land. But this is what we're going to have to do today. Back to 30 inches here. Flipping heck. Well, this is a low flying group flight. Look at this. I guess some of you guys can't see this because you don't have the Orbit SETI pack. There's the city centre up ahead. Amazing. Right, well, we're going to be going in that direction. It does look a little bit clearer over there. Look at that formation fly. That's excellent. So here is Panama City, the capital of Panama, on the right hand side. The rain effects on the windscreen are really good. I mean, I can actually poke my head out, which is quite helpful. And the canal is going to be past the city, downtown here. Awful day for flying. Awful day. Look at that city though. Just imagine seeing that out of one of those buildings. What a sound that would be, all these rotary engines whistling past. Mega. Right then, so continuing this direction, we'll go right over the top of Panama City. Actually, you know what? We'll follow the river actually round. Now, I've just noticed this really random road. What's the point of this road here? They're just to build round Santa Ana. I think it's modelled in Orbex. Oh yeah, I can see it straight ahead. It's just like a random looped road that must have cost a fortune to build. Thanks a lot for early joining in though. That's pretty cool to see a lot of you here. It's the lowest ever group flight we've done at 250 feet. Imagine just minding your day in Panama City and suddenly a bunch of beavers break out of the clouds with deafening rumble. That'd be epic. Look at this road. So this has been built round this. It's like swamps or something. Crazy. And maybe there's some sort of nature reserve. Anyway, look, we're following the road that loops round, and then we're going to make a right turn down the Panama Canal. Oh, look at the visibility today. Right, I don't want to climb much higher. I'm just having a bit of power here just to get up to about 250 feet. But yeah, love the eye track. It's currently off, Martin, but yeah, I'll turn that back on in a second. It's because inside you can't see anything. Everyone is in a Havilland Canada. I think that's a guy just flying realistically in his A220neo. So here is Panama Canal ahead. I think it's called IFR. Oh, crappy weather. It's so dark in here as well. Anyway, here we go. Down the canal we go. I've had the carb in the hot position for ages now. Yeah, you don't want to be any higher than 500 feet here. Right, under the bridge or over the bridge? It's V1 Simulations in the Airbus. He's come to join us. We're going to go under, haven't we? And this is fully modelled by, under of course, fully modelled by Obex. I think the entire canal, loads of ships in there, all the docks as well. It always makes a funny sound when you go under a bridge of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh god, look at this weather! It's rubbish! Hello, Captain. Oh, it's like a movie, isn't it? Pretty cool. So we're heading north now to Havilland. Probably take 20 minutes as the crow flies, but we'll take a slight detour. We need to land now at Havilland Canada somewhere in the Panama Canal. I'm only 100 feet above the ground here. Evergreen. Isn't that the ship that got stuck in the Suez? Or is that the company? Oh, we're in trim now. Don't know. Oh, it's the company. Well, there's one of their ships. Right, here we are. So we're going to follow the Panama Canal, and it's modelling all the way up here. And what we'll do, we're going to practice our first little sea landing. There's a tiny little village here, or town. I don't know what it's called, but I thought that would be a good place to do our first little seaplane landing. It's about a quarter of the way there, or 2/3 of the way. Oh, I need to see where I'm going. God, let it. Group flight IMC 200 feet above the Panama Canal. I bet it's really muggy here as well. What inclement weather. Right, I don't want to hit the bank. Hello, Skinny says, what's up? Same company as Eva Air. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Evergreen and Eva Air. Ever Given was the ship. Very cool. Anyway, this looks very realistic. I know, it's pretty cool. Aircraft looks great. I think this would be great to take on a proper flight on VATSIM, on a proper stream. Sort of a VFR one. It's IFR equipped. Oh, look at this. This is one of the canals. Or what do you call it? To raise and lower the height of the ship. Locks, that's the word I was looking for. Thanks, Farmer Beauvais. Pretty cool. The size of that ship. Well, the weather seems to be improving a little bit over here. A little bit. We've still been in rain for the last... we're going up to 500 feet here. I want to be a bit lower than this. Been in rain pretty much since we've been airborne. Yeah, I have to say, the Orbex City packs are really, really good. And this one extends out for the entire length of the Panama Canal. Just show you about the weather. Oh yeah, there's another lock ahead. Quite a low cruise power setting, sort of bumbling along at 90 miles an hour. I think the cruise power setting is usually about 27 inches and 2,000 to 2,200, but I'm just keeping the speed slow. Look at the bridges ahead. Microsoft Flight Sim's running beautifully smoothly as well. Oh, Dylan's got a bit of a dirty dive. Great to see you all here as well. Another lock. Looks so, like, spooky in the clouds, doesn't it? Don't side slip so you don't end up like that ship. Oh, look at this ahead. A little bit of sunlight, I think, creeping through here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Right, which side of the ship do we pass? It is eerie, Martin, yeah? And we're going to try our first water landing after this. Remember, there's a small... Oh, I can't see where we're going. There's a small little town or village just here. Look, I think we'll just land next to that. And the weather seems to be getting better the further north we go. It's the Toby eye tracker on. It's epic. Oh look, what's that down there? A little boy. Oh. Imagine seeing that on a cruise liner. So cool. You all need a bit more power here. A little ocean liner. Cool. Look at the weather improving as well. Excellent. Oh my god, of course, there's always one in an F-18. It wouldn't be a green flight without one. Oh, landing rates, really? I think it was the bridge. Probably hit something. 250 feet then. Oh, look at this. Need to get back up to 30 inches here. Beautiful. Look at everyone here in the beavers. Microsoft Flight Sim apparently assumes bridges are land, so you get erroneous landing rate indications. Yes, and it always makes a funny noise. Madinho's leading the way. You go, sir. Ah, look at the weather getting better as well. Mud and blood. It is F-18. We haven't seen an inverted 747 yet. You think how many people were killed building this canal? Right, is there another ship coming up? That looks a bit warship-like. We're going to have to change fuel tanks soon because we've still been on this centre tank. Oh yeah, that looks like a frigate or something. Probably looking for drug smugglers as we sit here in a fleet of beavers. Brilliant. We're trying to do some formation fly. We've got Mud and Blood in his F-18. Anyway, once we get past this little ship here, remember we're going to try and land in the Panama Canal. I just want to see. I actually can't. I have no idea what this is. Like a little built-up area. Or actually, no. Let's land ahead. Land. We'll go through under the bridge, and then take off where this is Gamboa. I hope the bridge is modelled. You know what, this would make quite a good charity flight if we took an aircraft like this, but you've got to cross a significant body of water, and I've got a hand fly, but you know, I can land on the water, have a quick break, and then take off again. You're joking, Jim. 25,000 people died building that canal. Wow. What sort of ship's this? It's got helipads. Ooh, helipads. Tempting. Right. Come on. Change of plan. Need to try and do a touch and go on the helipad. If it's modelled as a 3D object. Oh, I've got to be careful here. Oh, 40 inches, too much power here. I wonder if it's a 3D model though, or is it just a static one? Right. Take a natural flops. Drop the gear. Oh, a bit high. Oh, this is... I've got to do a bit of a high climb here. Oh, flap. Ooh, don't go above the white speed with flaps. Okay, this might not work. We'll try it. Oh! Oh no! Okay, that worked. Well, I don't know what my landing rate was. Quite excessive. I nearly stalled. Oh god. Oh, a lot of terrain. I'm gonna have to not pull up aggressively here. Raise the gear. Get rid of that drag. I've left skid marks on that ship. Right, great. Whack. Minus 1390. Ah, there might not be much beaver left after that. Right, anyway, as I said, we'll do a little water landing here. We'll go under this bridge at Chagles, if it's modelled, that is. Oh, it is. Oh, it's a little bit too small to go under. It looks more like a dam, but we'll land in the lake. We'll land in the lake here. There we are. Let's start configuring for landing. So for landing, get the speed back to 100 miles an hour, which it is. I've already got takeoff flaps still out. And we're going to go now to 90 miles an hour. Let's select landing. Verify the gears up. We'll land in the lake. Where's the position here of the gear? Gears up. Now we're going to go to full flap. Come down at 80 miles an hour. Max RPM. Landing a bit long here. I've no clue what I'm doing when it comes to landing an aircraft like this. I think just hold it off for as long as possible and make sure you've got the stick fully back before touchdown. Probably is a good idea. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. Oh! Nice! I think that was a nice little butter landing. Holding it up. I've seen them when they land, they really sink into the water. Fully back on the stick there. Oh, there we are. Welcome to Lake Chagles. Oh, you can't land in your F-18 there, can you, buddy? Ah, beautiful. Oh, it's a shame there's no water effects from any other aircraft. Right, that's the little water pedals. Right, we'll do a 180 here. God, I bet there's a lot of mosquitoes and things around here. Ooh. They all seem to be floating a little bit higher as well. Right, we're going to take off in the opposite direction. Now, guys, what we could do, we could take off, we could then head towards the airport. I can try and do an IFR approach. There are instrument approaches, or we could just continue visually. It's completely up to you. It's a group flight, probably just do it there. Next on air crash investigation, power slide on water. Brilliant. It was a bit. Right, that goes up. For takeoff on water, select takeoff flap. And I've had the fuel pump on the whole time. We'll leave it on for takeoff now. And then add power, full power. Well, not full power, 36.5 inches. There we are, pull back on the stick. Let the nose come up. There we are, airborne. Gears already up. 80 miles an hour. Flaps up. Take off. All the way up. And reduce to climb power 34 inches. And 2200 RPM. Beautiful. And we'll head along the Panama Canal. Look how much the weather's improved. .500 feet, level off. Bring the power back to 30 inches. We'll maintain 500 feet. What do you think about the Dumbarton's lost and unsafe submarine? Well, you know, I'm not going to comment on what I think of them personally. You know, let's hope they get rescued. Who knows? It's extremely unlikely now, isn't it? When do they run out of oxygen? Is it 4 o'clock tomorrow morning UK time or something? I mean, it's awful. Really, I couldn't think of anything worse than being trapped in a spherical tube. There's a lot of information coming out about this Titan and how people have actually said it. You know, it wasn't safe. Every voyage they had problems. Yeah, I mean the amount they've spent is phenomenal on this rescue operation. So you know, hopefully if they're found, they'll reimburse the costs. But there's a father and son, isn't there? The CEO's also on board. Yeah, awful, really. But I could not think of anything worse. Anyway, rest of the routing on our group flight. We're going to carry on westbound here. We'll make a right turn at this position, and then we'll continue along here, and then make a 180-degree turn. We'll just continue looking into all the ships around. Anyone notice the F-18 buzzing around? Yes, we've seen it. Once it's all trimmed out, this airplane flies really nicely. I think I might take this on fancy, you know. There he is. 30 inches set. And just maintain 500 feet. That weather looks great over there. Now let's try and see if we can spot it, if it's actually depicted with Navigraph. So we're sort of heading in that direction, so we should probably see something over there, shouldn't we? Not better. We want radar. Nah. It should be a massive nah. So the problem is, it's really nice not having this with Navigraph, okay, with the radar, which is based off real-world data, but it's not depicted in the sim. So looking over to the eastlet, there should be a black cloud, heavy rain showers off the right-hand side. It's completely clear. However, if you look straight ahead, that is a sort of a towering cumulus CB cloud. Well, could it be that the distance? No, it can't be. It's not modelled at all. So the problem is, if you can have these great charts, but it's not actually depicting what you're getting in the simulator. Now, I did not have a chance yesterday to see with active sky to see if it's depicted, but generally I found that active sky is quite accurate with real world weather data and punching it in. So yeah, unfortunately at the moment though, looking as we are, there should be a lot of weather there on the edge of this sea, but it's completely blue skies and the odd cloud. So the weather depiction, great on the charts, but it's not happening in Microsoft Flight Simulator at least, which is a shame. I don't know how Microsoft Flight Simulator uses the data, but it's not being depicted correctly based off that chart. He's my brother, constantly buzzing you guys. This is the sort of flight where you can log on, buzz me and your Jumbos, your F-18s. Please do not do it on VATSIM though. And there we are. This is where the Panama Canal widens out. Obviously this was all natural, wasn't it? I should think that was where the canal was sort of dug out, but this is all natural here, isn't it? Yeah, weather looks great, it just doesn't seem to be depicted well. I mean, now looking behind, if we look behind, that is a CB with rain showers, looks pretty bad. But if we look here on Navigraph, there's absolutely nothing depicted behind. I mean, there's this here, I suppose, but that looks a lot closer. And remember, we were in heavy rain showers and thunderstorms here on departure, but it's nothing's depicted. What's that red thing over there? I'll have a look. Some more ships with more helipads. That's why the air, sea and space realms should have monopoly on safety and regulations. This is what happens when you can build things on the cheap, people die, yeah. I mean, that hull is apparently quite strong, but I was reading about it in the newspaper that the way they got the ballast off, they had to all move forward or aft of the ship to move the ballast so it could slide off and allow it to float up. Seems a bit crazy. And is it driven by an Xbox controller? I mean, I own an Xbox. Those controllers, they have sometimes a bit of drift. I mean, it's too early to sort of talk in jest, but let's see. Let's hope they find them. They're putting in so many resources, aren't they? The Super Beaver Stalkers. Thanks a lot for everyone that's joined in, though. Great turnout. Just reduce the power slightly. What is this here? Like a red line. We'll skip over the canal there. So we'll head then towards the bridge there, and then the town of Colon is in the not too distant future. Or distant, sorry. Land on it. Land on that red stuff. What is it? I mean, look at that. The weather's changed compared to when we started. I don't know what that is. It's a weird colour. Anyway, we want to be heading over the canal, which is over here on the left. God, I bet there's some interesting animals living in these forests. Right, let's see if anyone get a little bit closer up on the wing. I'll look behind for a short while. Get some real close formation flying going on. I've slowed down a tad. Clay, maybe? Is this on VATSIM? No, this is on Microsoft Flight Sims Network. Epic Blocks, I thought you were going to do a barrel roll there. There we are, we've got a couple of people forming on the wing either side. 80 Andrew, we've come for the diamond formation. Beauty, look at that! That's excellent! I couldn't do anything like that. Shame the names disappear when you get close. Oh, I have to make them trying to oh my god, Epic Blocks! Oh, Epic Blocks, no! He's become one with the forest. Oh dear. Who's next going to try that? Oh, I think he's spawning up. Very good. F. Right, anyway, look, we need to head off in this direction. So according to Navigraph, it should be moderate rain here and light rain. We're on the edge here, but it's not. It's blue skies. I was meant to be maintaining 500 feet here. I mean, I could try a barrel roll, but I'm not so brave. Anyway, let's head in this direction. Look, I've drifted well off course. We're meant to be over here, going back towards the Panama Canal, which is in this distance. So we'll head northwest for a short while. Where's that? Yes, there's the bridge. We'll head over in that direction. Lava! I don't think it's lava. Oh, yeah, oh crap, excuse my language. I haven't changed the tanks. Oh gosh, look, I'm on the middle tank still, it's almost empty. Which one should I switch to, forward or aft? I'll go to the front tank first. Oh no, I feel like I want to burn it off at the rear first. Let's go to the rear. Cool, I could have... Look at that, it's empty. Or does it maybe it automatically comes from another tank. It does show completely empty there. Oh, we'll do a bit of a spiral dive nearly there. Yes, Ernie, that is a Kilon, I think I heard it pronounced online. Heading directly westbound. What on earth is that in the water? That's just a random tree on an island. Just the rudder to keep the wings level. How old's the Havilland Canada Beaver? It's quite an old aircraft, isn't it? It's a mainstay at Flight Simulator. I remember Kenmore Air and Flight Sim 2004. Does the Microsoft Flight Sim Beaver have tip tanks? If you should be able to transfer fuel into the main tanks. Controls up on the left. I have no idea. Doesn't look like it. What's it? Oh, look at that. It's 20, just under 30 degrees here. Warm. Welcome aboard Raw 9. Would you buy that island? Well, that one that just completely on its own? No. It's just where Jim lives. It's his holiday home. It's a tent. Beautiful. Right, so we're heading westbound, flying towards Gotin, the last part of the Panama Canal where the locks are, and then we'll head along here towards Colon, and then we'll join right hand downwind for runway 18. Look at this, so close. I can't see the names though. That is epic formation flying. Instantaneous change, look, no turn. Great. Are you an FO or captain? I'm captain now, Joshua. Became a captain in beginning of end of 2018. Started the course 2019. It was March. I got my 4th stripe. Over 4 years ago now. I just don't know where the time's gone. There we are. I'll make a right turn here. All these ships here, it's pretty epic. Great flying there. Jimmy, this is Jim. I bought it with my bigger salary. Excellent. So another lock. And we've flown the entire length of the Panama Canal. Epic. And there's it's just the Mediterranean, Caribbean Sea ahead. I did that last time I was here. Look at me, I'm your captain now. No, I don't say that, Daffy. As tempting as it is to quote Tom Hanks. No, not Tom Hanks. What was his? What was the protagonist in that? I can't remember his name. The Somalian. Wow, I'd say that 2 times I've sailed the canal. It took me 10 to 12 hours. Well, we've just flown it in about 45 minutes, and with a landing on the canal and going in the wrong direction. I think you should do it as the sort of direct way you can do it in 30 minutes in a de Havilland Canada Beaver. Very, very nice. Right, you've seen it first. I'm going to do a loop under the bridge as well. Let's just watch my speed. I don't want to exceed V&E. I need plenty of speed here. This could go horribly wrong. Stalling. Oh, I'm dropping a wing. No good. Come on. Ooh. Completely safe. There you go. Did anyone else do it? Can I see anyone plunging into the sea? Bank class tried it. Jet bubbles. Oh no! We've lost a few of the crew flight there. See, just some stuff you can't teach. Oh dear. Well recovered though, Epic Blocks. You last time I saw you, you were dropping into the jungle. Right, let's join right hand downwind. Climb up to 1,000 feet. That sounds like a good circuit height. Joshua, any other aircraft you wish to fly other than the 7.3? No, I'm quite happy at my operator flying the 7.3. I get a great work-life balance here. It gives me the time to do what I want to do on my days off and to do what I'm doing now, stream. Right, almost to 1,000 feet, and we're going to join it, as I said, right-hand downwind runway 18 into Mike Papa Echo Juliet. Coulon, or how it's pronounced. There's 1,000 feet. You can actually see the airport. It's a very, very, very wide downwind. Look at the size of this here as well. This huge port. How many ships pass through here a day? Must be loads. Anthony says, look up Charlie Yankee Hotel Charlie, Seaplane Port in Vancouver. Recently flew there on one of these Beavers. It was 72 years old. Be good to see if the scenery looks as good as it does on here. I probably will. I mean, this is the Orbeck City Pack, which has added all these features, but no doubt the stock scenery looks quite good. Oh yeah, so much for my maintaining circuit height. Edgy or Max, both Joshua Reap. down to 1,000 feet. Let's go max RPM. Perfect. The airport is over there, according to Navigraph. We're going to do a very wide base leg. Oh, I didn't need to look at that. Let's just maintain 1,000 feet for a while. Awesome aeroplane. I think... Oh, hello, freeze. There we go. I think MPTO could be on the runway in a 737-800. Joshua, do you need extra training if, for example, you move from the NG to the MAX? No, it's just a conversion course online, and then you jump into the sim, which is mandatory, but our airline does some additional sim training. Right then, so let's lower the power. We're in the white arc, so we can select flaps. We're going to go straight to landing flap, drop the gear. I love how that extends forward. About 80 miles an hour, that's our speed for base leg. Looking out for the airport. MPTO's just taking off in his 738. Just descending a little bit too low here. We're just going to maintain 500 feet. This is a rubbish base leg. There was a 738 on the right, yes. It's actually really hard to see the runway. It's over there somewhere. I've got Toby eye tracker on for this. Right. There's the airport. God, this reminds me of my circuit training in a Cessna. Turn final now, landing flat, brings speed back to 65 miles an hour. So I'm going to pitch for speed because it's a light aircraft. I'll try my best to do it. Control the rate percent with power. It's very hard to do that when you don't do it at 7.3. Oh, 70 miles an hour is fine for the approach speed. A little bit high. Very high. Wind's coming in from the south. You can hear it vibrating and shaking. So cool. Quite high up. Whoa! Of course. Oh, there's the stall horn. Oh, not bad. Not bad. And we're down. Oh, that was a firm one. Oh, he's ground looped it. Oh, hello. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cologne. However it's pronounced. That noise is the flaps going up, if you're wondering, by the way. Epic. I enjoyed that. Right, where's that fuel pump light? There we are, silence. Right, I'll try and locate a taxiway. We only used about 1/10 of the runway. So we'll take a left up here and we'll go park on the only taxiway available. I have no idea what aircraft actually fly into this airport in real life. Maybe 738s. But there we are. We'll follow Ben Class 150 in his de Havilland Canada. The flaps, just like the A320. Yes, however it's pronounced, Daffy. Right, we'll take the left here. Now I've noticed when you taxi, these don't really turn. I don't know how manoeuvrable they are on the floats, but you can at least taxi off the runway. That was a fun little flight, that. Cut the corner slightly. hear you get a bit of popping from the exhaust as well if you go to idle quickly. It's a bit of drifting for you. Right, we'll head off towards this man. I can hear jets. Ah, 738. Excellent choice. Oh, a bit of a bouncer. He's in a prime air 737-800. Oh, he's going around. Bye. Hey, why is there a prime air one? I don't have a prime air livery saved. Who knows? Right, let's park it here. Squeaky brakes. There we go. Right, parking brake is set. Let's just do the taxi in flow. So after landing, flaps up, elevator neutral, strobe lights and landing lights can come off. And they are. Parking brake set, car peak to cold, which it is. Engine idle, verify 450 to 500. Meant to then do a magneto test. Yeah, look, it holds it at 500 very nicely. Martin, thanks for 38 months. Are we using Alpaca Beaver SOPs? Yeah, I'm following this checklist. It's Alpaca Airways SOPs to a degree, but I'm making sure I'm doing it sort of correctly. But thanks for your continued support there, Martin. I hope you're doing well, my friend. So we've done that. Stop the engine. So throttle lever's back to 1,000, 1,200 RPM. There are prop levers fully decrease. There we are. Maintain 800 RPM with throttle if as necessary. Then mixture lever to idle, cut off. There we are, we did it. Excellent job. I really enjoyed that little aircraft, and it seems to be really nicely modelled. I quite like it anyway. So maybe I've got a lot of other things I want to do, and there'll always be commercial flying. But we could jump into this on VATSIM maybe and do some IFR flying. You know, I love IFR flying. So we stop the engine, throttle levers idle now, ignition off. Fuel tanks to off as well. So ignition's off, fuel tank select, external lights can all now come off, cabin mat, oh no, it's off, so nav, beacon, pitot heat off as well, and then all other switches off as well, so radios, battery alternator. And that's completed the flight. Oh look, he's just arrived. Look how, actually gives you an impression of size. Look at the size, is it the Gumball helicopter? I can't remember, but oh, that's the next group flight we're going to be doing, is one of these. But look at the size, how tiny that is in comparison to the Havilland Canada. Havilland Canada? Calendar. I'm all over the place. Can never remember what aeroplane I'm flying. Right, that's it for today, guys. So just a fun little group flight for an hour or so. Thank you very much to everyone that joined in for that. This is an aircraft available for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so good fun. Check out that checklist as well by JD, completely free to download. Do some flying from A to B. Do some bush flying in it, perhaps. It's a great fun aircraft there. It's slightly bigger than a drone. Yeah, it is Donna Mosina. Flight Sim Canada. Yes, good one, mods. Thanks a lot, guys. But I enjoyed today. Just a fun little stream from A to B. I like to do these occasionally. Thank you to everyone that joined in as well. Always welcome to do so. It was a very short notice announced stream as well. Only announced, I think, at midday. Thank you to everyone that voted. Members, don't forget, on Saturday we've got the group flights. All the information's in Discord. We've got a few booked in. I'd like to see a few more. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to drop me a DM. Maybe something on Thursday or Friday. I sort of penciled these days off for some streams to catch up with as well. I am out all day Friday, so it'd have to be Friday afternoon, Saturday the group flight, then I'm back to work on Sunday. So guys, thank you very much, take care, and I'll see you all on another live stream very soon. Cheerio!